It is now July 5th here in Michigan, and we have just got done celebrating July 4th yesterday. And as a result, fireworks smoke has elevated our air quality across much of Michigan this morning, as we have multiple areas in the moderate range. We had a couple areas in the unhealthy range this morning, close to Detroit and the metro areas where we have heavier populations. But that is going to clear out. Luckily, it's not going to hang out long. But do keep in mind that the air quality this morning may be a little bit affected by the fireworks smoke. Aside from that, though, that is a small picture of what's to come here in terms of our weather in Michigan. Before I start, though, we have a shout out to today's sponsor. It is Pro Powder, based out of the South Haven, Michigan area. For commercial or residential powder coating needs, feel free to give Pro Powder a call. Number on your screen is 269 637 8722. And as always, thank you to Pro Powder for sponsoring us here at Michigan Storm Chasers and being today's spotlight sponsor here at MSC. Per the SPC, today, July 5th, we do have a severe weather risk in place for the central part of the UP there in dark green. Places like Houghton, Marquette, Escanaba, Menominee, Iron Mountain, all within that risk. It's level 1 out of 5, so a low-end risk. Outside that, level 0 we call it, general thunderstorms are possible in the light green areas today. So if you're down by Detroit or Flint, Lansing, or Ann Arbor, you should be dry today. But if you're in the light green or dark green zones, a couple showers and storms could be possible throughout today. All right. Hazard for the severe risk, one and only per the SPC, damaging winds. It is a 5 to a 14% chance of seeing a damaging wind gust within a 25-mile point. So, for example, if you live in Marquette, you have a 5 to 14% chance of seeing a damaging wind gust in a 25-mile radius of your location. And that goes for anywhere on that brownish red color here on the map. So let's dive into the forecast model here. Hour by hour, models have not been doing a great job at all. Let's see what they say today. Here is noon today. Here is 1 o'clock. Here's 2 o'clock. Got some storms popping up there in the western UP. Here's 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and I believe these are the storms to keep a close eye on. As we get toward the peak heating, we have more instability to work with. These storms may take advantage of that and become strong or severe with damaging winds and perhaps some small hail as the main concerns there. Let's go to 7 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and here is 10 p.m. tonight. If you guys got plans up in the UP or northwestern lower around 10 o'clock tonight for fireworks, keep in mind you may have rain moving in your way around that 10 o'clock time frame. Let's go to 11 o'clock. Here's midnight. Here's 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. And by about that 2 or 3 a.m. time frame, most of the bigger storms on the model here do move out, but some rain showers do linger here for portions of the UP and northern lower. Now, stopping us right here at 4 o'clock in the morning, day 2 outlook. We have a general thunderstorm risk across much of lower Michigan. There's currently no severe risk. I would not be shocked if they add one in. Similar pattern to today, we have a lot of moisture out there. These storms may produce microburst or downburst. That could also produce damaging winds or at least gusty winds here. And as a result, the model here, as we move this into Sunday morning here's 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., and here's noon. Keep an eye. We have a nice band of storms that starts to develop here around that noon time frame. Let's go to 1, let's go to 2, and let's go to 3 o'clock. We have storms popping up there in 2 zones, one across central Michigan and one across southern Michigan here. As we go into the afternoon here, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, I would not be shocked if one of these storms becomes strong or perhaps severe in nature. So I would not be shocked to wake up and get a marginal risk implemented for the southern part of Michigan here, with these storms pushing across the state, with damaging wind being the primary concern during peak heating hours, 2 p.m. to about that 8 p.m. time frame. Let's go to 6 p.m. here on the model, 7 p.m., and here's 8 p.m. And by that time, the storm's moving out. Just a couple showers, perhaps a storm lingering past the 8 p.m. time frame into the sunset hours. Day 3, we also have a couple risks here for some thunderstorms in the UP as well as southern lower. We're not going to talk about Monday until we get through tomorrow, so just stay tuned for this. Currently, no severe risk in place on Monday. Looking at the models, I would not expect there to be one. I'll keep an eye on it, though, in case that shifts and changes. These summertime patterns can shift and change quite often and quite erratically, so it's important to keep in mind important to keep that in mind as we move into the weekend, into the start of next week. Outside of that, temperature forecast for the next couple of days here. We're in the 90s today and tomorrow across much of southern and central Michigan. But after the Sunday time frame, a much more pleasant air mass comes into play. High around 80 for Monday. This is based out of Ann Arbor, by the way. Low 80s, mid 80s throughout the week upcoming. Moving up toward the 90s again toward the next weekend time frame. So about a 4 or 5 day stretch perhaps of some cooler like temperatures with less humidity and less chances for storms throughout the entire week ahead. Overall, though, we'll keep you guys updated. Stay tuned. In the meantime, prepare today and tomorrow for some pop-up storms, some of which could be strong, perhaps severe. Today, primarily in the UP. Tomorrow may be in southern and central lower Michigan. I'm Ryan, Michigan Storm Chaser, signing off. I'll catch you guys hopefully tomorrow for another update video here at MSC on YouTube.